So I think I'm recording, and this would be the Grand Island Bridge. I've started my ride around Lake Ontario and just setting up the camera. So here's the great news. We have paid my $1 fee and I am on the bridge going to the Canada. The Canada. Lots of people coming back from the Canada. Coming up on Niagara-on-the-Lake. Been here before. Never want to spend this quiet though. So I am in the hunt for a Starbucks. Somewhere, I believe, on this street, which is part of a memorable day of bike riding and seeking out your coffee. So here we are at the Welland Canal. This, I think, is lock number 8 or lock number 1. I can never remember which it is, but I spent more than my fair share of time waiting for these locks to open and close. So I'm in Confederation Park and I am heading closer to where I go over the Burlington Bridge. So we're in Oakville. I've strayed from the path that I set for myself and just stayed on Lakeshore Road west. I'm proud to see that the coppers are out nailing those bad guys. This one's for you, Arrington. I don't know if you're going to see this video or what I'll do with it, but this is Oakville, scene of the Mark and Mark tour up the river on the rubber boat. Just going to take a second to try to focus in on this sign. It's the Great Lakes Waterfront Trail and the Trans-Canada Trail, which is, didn't know they had such a thing, but apparently I'm on it. So I'm transiting Canada. So that should be Toronto we're looking at. A lot closer than the last time I saw it. So we're on Lakeshore Drive, which I've been on and off, following some better marked signs and starting to get the hang of some of this stuff. So this Bike Route 2 East seems to be the game plan at the moment, which coincidentally follows Lakeshore Drive, which is twisting and turning. There's a waterfront trail sign. So there's hope. Toronto doesn't look so small anymore. So if I just turn this on, we've now really elevated our game. I have my own bike road, which is totally fabulous. So now I'm filming, I think. I have no idea what I'm doing here. But anyway, once again, I'm outside of Port Hope. I had a great night at Darlington Provincial Park. It's like 9:15 in the morning, got a couple hours in, and 20 plus miles, which is good. It's been a roly-poly here, just kind of up one little rise, down another. It's kind of like Ohio kind of scenery. Not so bad. So it's my day so far. Talk to you later. So today is day number 5, and we spent the night at Presque Isle Provincial Park in the company of a variety of campers, nice people. Morning.
Morning.
So I've got a shorter day today, so I thought that I would do a little sightseeing here, and again probably in Brighton, which is near where the Murray Canal goes into the Bay of Quinte. An awful long time ago we sailed through this area on the way to the Bay of Quinte, probably using this lighthouse as a marker of where we could or couldn't go. Good morning. So once upon a time, like 1.5 million years ago, myself, Jane, Meredith, and Brian borrowed a Beneteau 35 from RCR in Rochester and sailed into the Bay of Quinte, passing through this exact spot where we tied up for the night, which is the Murray Canal. And over in this direction we have Presque Isle, where I spent the night last night, and the Big Bay. And then over in that direction, but you got to go a couple kilometers, I think like 4 or 5, and you will reach the Bay of Quinte. So here we are on Prince Edward County. It's an island, not Prince Edward Island. I'm on the Millennium Trail, which is a side shoot of the Waterfront Trail apparently. I'm just 1 kilometer on this trail. My host suggested that I cycle this pathway. He thought it was a nice way to get from point A to point B in his turf. So we're giving it a whirl. Once again, for those of you who want to do some bike touring, this is about as fine as it's ever gonna get. This is hard-packed stuff, doesn't move around. I can go about the same speed as I do on the road. There's no cars. It's a wonderful setting. So jump on your bike, come join me, eh? We're in Canada, don't you know? So here we are, still Sunday morning. This, I believe, is the Adolphus Reach, which is one of the ways you get out of the Bay of Quinte. The water is just crystal clear down there. It's amazing. In front of me, I have some type of historical plaque. So Royal. So I'm in Kingston, and this is a multicultural event. I think you've seen the effects of marijuana legalization here in Canada back behind me. So here we are at the Orens Ferry dock. I'm now leaving Wolfe Island. It's Monday morning, and I spent Sunday night with descendants of Dora the Explorer. I don't have enough time to fully go into the details of what they were all about, but it was very interesting to say the least. I think this is my mode of travel, the wonderful island ferry. So here we are at our campground on, what island are we on?
St. Vincent or Wolf or I don't know. Cape what?
What was the name of the park?
Wellesley.
This is Wellesley Island State Park in New York. It's on the river, or the Thousand Island area anyway. Our campground is behind us. These are some of the islands that are visible from where we're camping. We're in this little bay, and we are so lucky we have a beach right where we're camped. And I did hear the loon. So that's, you might be able to see the scamp in the background. That's the beach where we launched from. That was Jane being very stealthy getting by me. We got some recommendations from a fellow camper about where to kayak, and we're going to give that a whirl. I hopefully won't be going swimming looking for my GoPro in a minute or two. And I'm hoping we're getting just a little bit of a bird's eye view of Jane and Mark kayaking. Boy, if you can't relax here, there's something wrong with you. This is just about as cool as it gets. So, just a quick chance to catch up. I'm somewhere outside of Sodus right now, back in New York, traveling on 104. Just in case everybody was thinking that the life of a touring cyclist was nothing but glamorous. Last night it started raining during the night. Rained cats and dogs for a long time. And rained this morning. Took the tent down in the rain. Got a wet tent behind me. And I'll be taking a wet tent out tonight. So that part is very exciting. Here's a little bonus that I'm adding in for today. This is what it's like to break camp, but this is really the Cadillac version. I slept in this grassy area near this lock in Macedon where they allow camping. And I've camped here once before. It's a really swell spot, but no showers unfortunately. So here's where I camped, next to the building. This is me where I'm staging my packing. This is where I'm able to more or less dry things out, which is amazingly good, because otherwise you got to do it at the other end when you pull the tent out. And tonight I'm probably going to be sleeping in the weeds, as I call it. Other people call it guerrilla camping or stealth camping, but I'm 110 miles away from home. Part of me wants to just like blow through it and get home, but it's really something I could do, but it's really stupid. I'm just going to end up killing myself. And besides, it's 8 o'clock in the morning now. If I was going to do that, I would have had to have been on the road already, because that would probably be 12 hours of cycling. And it's getting dark around 7:30, which is when I'm going to put this all back together again. So, onward and upward. So I'm about halfway through my second to last day. I've got like 27 miles in with probably 60 or so that I want to do. And on the Erie Canal Trail, well, I should be anyway, because it's over there, and it's probably a hell of a lot easier to cycle than this path that I've been on for the last mile or so. What you see behind me has gone from a double track to a single track to riding in the grass. I hope there's a bridge in the next mile or so. Google says there is. But I'm pleased to announce that I've made something that should have been easy a little bit harder. Fortunately, the wind's been behind me most of the day, and this has been a relatively easy ride. There's me. So hello me, and you have a good day. Hope you get across to the right side soon. Aloha. Okay, so we're starting my last day. I spent the night alongside the canal, and just getting going. It's like 6:30 in the morning. It's quite a beautiful moon, which is why I pulled the camera out, because normally I just want to run. So anyway, here we are. We're in the hood, coming up on the finish line. I think this is the 12th day, 10 of riding. I've knocked off somewhere between 550 and 600 miles, I think. Gonna have to check the mileage on my odometer when I get in. I've been resetting the trip each day, so I don't really know where I'm at for overall, but I did take a picture of it before I started. So this is how you want to finish a ride.